Master Sergeant Greer. I'm from Tacoma, Washington. While I was out riding race bikes on a weekend on my own free time, I normally work with supermotos and go to track days and race on a racetrack. Get to the track facility, go through the tech inspection, check all of your personal protective equipment to make sure it's DOT approved for 2009 or greater. Get the bike safety checked, ensure it's got appropriate tires, fluids, brake systems work, and then break down to ability groups for the racetrack and get out on the track and race. I did about 8 sessions with some nice weather. Took a little bit of time off to let the bike cool and rehydrate myself and take a break. And as I went back out, the tires were cold on the bike. Got on the track and about 15 miles an hour, just rolled the gas on a bit and had the back end kick out on me and high side the bike and throw me off, causing me to break my left clavicle. Well, having been shot multiple times before and having broke my collarbone just recently, I would rather get shot again, to be honest with you. Really nothing, because I've been thrown off the bike multiple times and I've never really broke anything. I've had a couple bruises or sprains because I do take the time to buy good race equipment, you know, a solid helmet, a good neck brace, back protector, body armor. I didn't think I broke anything when I hit the ground and stood back up until I went to pick the bike up and my left arm wouldn't move the way I wanted it to move. And at that time I saw what was, and that was a broken collarbone. Pulled the arm into place, isolated it with a strap, loaded the bike up and went to the hospital. I broke the collarbone at 10:35 in the afternoon and I got to the hospital about 1200-ish or so. We have multiple safety briefs in the motorcycle safety courses that we go through, and we also talk about personal protective equipment on an annual basis, if not weekly, in the Marine Corps today. Specifically, I'm an avid motorcycle rider. I take it very seriously. You know, I don't ride on the street anymore because of the intense numbers of young Marines that are out there getting hurt doing the simple things. So I tend to find myself on a racetrack more often than anything, where it's a little safer. There's no oncoming traffic. I can do the speeds I'd like to do without getting a ticket and getting arrested or causing an accident to somebody else. Right now I have a 2007 KTM 560 Supermoto race. My dad was a Motorcycle Safety Foundation instructor in the Air Force. And so having grown up with my dad and my little brother, we've always been forced to wear all the helmet and the gloves and the good boot and the protective gear that goes with it since we were kids. And I never to this day get on a bike without that gear. I think, like we tell everybody, if you're gonna race, put it on a track. Spend the time to get the good quality gear that you can afford at the time. It doesn't have to be the most flashiest, the greatest store brand name that's out there, because they all have to meet a certain standard, and wear it. Wear it every single time. I don't know if it's so much different as mine was a controlled situation. Track conditions were right. The bike had been inspected to be safe and ready to race on the racetrack itself. All my safety gear was inspected to be found of a good quality and the standard for the day, so that I didn't have anything compromised on my body. And if you can afford to do that and maintain a bike that way, you should. I think as Marines we teach that from day one. You look out towards the future and you want to do everything you can to prevent it. And this is the one chance that you have to do the right things before it happens. You can put the helmet on. You can put the protective jacket on. You can put a back brace on. You can control those factors. When you're on the road, you can't control a vehicle crossing the double yellow line or turning left in front of you in an intersection and causing an accident.